Well, it's been a busy week for Vail Mountain Rescue, and the thing to remember about them is that they're all volunteers. So they have to go through some rigorous fun. You try to keep it fun, right?
Yes,
But some good training to ensure that you have the capabilities to rescue people in any situation at all. And I think what we're going to kind of go through here is a fairly unique training.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something that people aren't necessarily expecting you to have to do.
What we do now with the helicopters, with our hoist team, they have to have the ability to be put down a couple of 100 meters away from our subject who might be on a sheer rock face, have the rock skills to move across or up or down to get to the subject. So a lot of our guys are good sport climbers, and some are money climbers. They get paid to climb.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to train this, and some of the slides here that you'll see here or have seen are training lead climbing, going up first with a rope with, you've got to put the nuts in and the chocks in, or find the hole in the rock, or put the piton in.
Yeah.
They don't use pitons anymore. And go up and be able to move over. So we're now training this because it's one of the requirements the National Guard's placed on it. So these are some slides of about 4 or 5 of our folk out Camp Hale, training on the same rock wall the 10th Mountain used to train on.
Okay.
And it's quite special when you see them go up. They're incredibly comfortable on a vertical face.
Yeah.
This is, I'm not incredibly comfortable on a vertical face.
I would be either, unless I was going down.
And lead climbing, I mean, what you're trying to do is minimize your fall if you lose it, because you've got a hook into the rock, and you're only going to fall as far above that hook as you are, because that's where your belayer at the bottom is holding you up.
Yeah.
It's nice if the belayer weighs as much as the climber. When the belayer's someone your size and the climber is 210 pounds, there's going to be some laws of physics take place.
Yeah, it's just going
You're
to
going to bounce a bit, but hopefully you can hold it, and if you've got yourself braced or tied off to something, you can hold it.
Yeah.
So this is just one of the trainings we do. We do swift water trainings. We're smart people are starting their own avalanche beacon training right now. I've played with mine in my driveway again. I toss it in the yard and toss one in the yard and try and find it with another one.
Yeah.
It's a constant training cycle.
Yeah. It's easy to forget those little things, especially as it relates to avalanche beacons.
So many of the skills are so seasonal that you have 6 months to forget what you knew.
Yep.
And then you learn the old skills again, and you have 6 months to forget your summer skills.
Yeah.
Which pretty much happens. So it's just this constant training cycle. We're up to about 10,000 man-hours in missions and training so far this year. I'd guess we're going to hit 12 or 13 by the end of the year, because it's a fairly heavy winter training cycle, and that'll put a lot of hours on the clock, for which no one gets paid.
Yeah, yeah.
You do it for the joy of doing it and the camaraderie of the people, and because you love the mountains and you hate to see other people get hurt in them. So that's how we take care of that.
Absolutely. Kind-hearted people putting in a lot of work to try to keep us safe.
Please don't call them that. They're going to get a big head.
Okay, so they're not kind-hearted. They're just, we'll say, altruistic.
Altruistic will do.
Yeah. So are you, now, I guess I'm kind of curious about, you mentioned beacons. Do you have any avalanche dogs on your team that you train?
We have one dog that's Avi trained, but mostly we will use the ski patrol dogs.
Okay, okay.
We'll use part of the CRAD program, which is the, every morning the top of the ski mountains call in to Flight for Life, say I've got a technician and a dog, and then if there is an avalanche, Flight for Life will dump their crew, fly up to the top of that ski mountain, get the handler, the dog, and an AVI technician, and fly to the top of the avalanche, and the idea is to be there in 20 minutes. Okay. Because the avalanche, the survival time is critical.
Very short.
You got to get to them fast, and that gets them there. When we roll on those, we're not part of that program, but we utilize the people that are. We're going to take 30 to 45 minutes to get there, and that means we're primarily doing a body recovery.
Okay. Yeah.
That just happens. But we've gotten several live ones out.
Okay.
If they're not totally buried, and they're buried up to here, we can get them out. It's just you're
got to be quick about it.
Yeah, you do. You got to be lucky.
Well, we'll get into those stories more in the winter.
Yes,
I love having you on every Monday, man. I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Looking for it.
Thanks for sharing the stories. And coming up next, we've got more interviews. We've got a busy day in the studio. It's going to be great, guys. Stick around. We got some more fun for you.